For decades, morning television created the illusion of comfort, stability, and trust. Every sunrise brought familiar faces into millions of American homes, smiling calmly through headlines, interviews, and carefully timed conversations designed to feel effortless. At the center of that polished world stood Tom Brokaw, a man audiences viewed as the embodiment of credibility itself. Calm under pressure, measured in every word, and trusted during some of the most defining moments in modern American history, Brokaw represented a generation of journalists who believed news carried almost sacred responsibility. But behind the cameras and studio lights, the reality inside network television was reportedly far more complicated than viewers ever realized. Over the years, quiet rumors followed Brokaw's relationship with Savannah Guthrie, one of the most recognizable faces of NBC's newer era. Some insiders described mutual admiration between the two journalists, while others hinted at a deeper divide between traditional broadcasting values and the fast-moving world modern television had become. And honestly, that tension may have reflected something much larger than two personalities working inside the same network. Long before Savannah Guthrie arrived on national television, network journalism operated under entirely different rules. Tom Brokaw came from an era where authority mattered more than relatability, where anchors maintained emotional distance and carefully guarded professionalism. Those who worked with him often described him as disciplined, deeply prepared, and intensely serious about journalism's role in society. News wasn't designed around viral moments or entertainment value. It was built around trust. But as decades passed, television changed rapidly. Audiences no longer wanted only information. They wanted personality, emotion, accessibility, and connection. Morning anchors slowly became more than journalists. They became companions viewers invited into their homes every day. Savannah Guthrie entered television during that transformation. Intelligent, ambitious, and highly respected professionally, Guthrie reportedly impressed NBC executives early in her career because she balanced legal expertise and journalistic discipline with a warm on-screen presence modern audiences responded to naturally. Yet by the time she rose to prominence, television news had already become emotionally exhausting in ways older generations of broadcasters never fully experienced. Every facial expression could become a viral clip. Every interview risked online backlash. Every mistake could instantly dominate headlines across social media. According to industry insiders, some veteran journalists privately worried news was drifting dangerously close to entertainment, while others believed adapting was the only way broadcasting could survive. That's where Tom Brokaw's perspective reportedly became especially fascinating. Although he rarely engaged in public controversy, many viewed him as deeply protective of journalism's traditional standards. At the same time, reports over the years suggested he respected Guthrie's intelligence and professionalism far more than outsiders realized. According to colleagues familiar with NBC culture, Brokaw reportedly admired her ability to remain composed under enormous pressure, particularly during periods of internal upheaval and public controversy surrounding the network. And honestly, that pressure became overwhelming at times. Morning television looked cheerful on screen, but behind the scenes existed constant ratings anxiety, relentless competition, internal politics, and emotional exhaustion few viewers could imagine. Guthrie reportedly navigated that environment during one of the most unstable periods in modern television history, while veteran figures like Brokaw watched the industry they once knew transform almost beyond recognition. As Brokaw gradually stepped away from daily broadcasting, audiences began seeing something emotionally different in him. Not simply a legendary anchor delivering headlines, but the visible fading of an entire era of journalism. Meanwhile, Savannah Guthrie became part of the generation struggling to preserve credibility inside a media landscape increasingly driven by outrage, speed, and non-stop visibility. Looking back now, many believe the relationship between Brokaw and Guthrie represented more than simple workplace dynamics. It symbolized television journalism's painful evolution itself. One generation believed authority created trust. The next was forced to survive inside a world demanding emotional accessibility, constant engagement, and endless public exposure. And perhaps that's why the story still resonates emotionally today. Beneath the polished smiles and bright studio lights existed something deeply human, one generation quietly letting go while another fought to carry the weight of an institution changing faster than anyone ever expected.